A business revolves around having paying customers. And how are you going to get paying customers if you don't have the right conversations with them to have them become paying customers? And how do you have those conversations if you don't know who you should be talking to and what conversations to have? Let's create a pipeline. Let's have a system that's proven that you can implement so you can not only track potential customers, but have the right conversations in the most efficient and constantly improving method to help them become paying ones. My name's Leo. I'm a business coach. Let's dive in. A pipeline. Imagine having a pipeline to your business of new paying customers that are excited, that know what you're going to deliver, ready to pay. That's what a business is built upon. So what I'm going to share with you is the proven process of how to build a pipeline for you so that you can get started and do this. And here's something I'll share with you. You may have a more advanced business that's even using a CRM, but it always pays, at least as an exercise, to look back and double check and make sure that you are looking at it as it's an explicit pipeline. And I'll explain to you. So let's say you have somebody that shows up. This is Judy. Judy is a lead. Lead, somebody that's either interested in you or you're interested in them. And then you want to turn them into a prospect. So somebody that you're actually having a conversation with and you're starting to move them through the process and you're helping them become a paying customer. There are explicit stages that Judy will go through and explicit conversations that you want to have be the same and be proper and be properly tailored to her journey throughout that process. I know that seems like a lot, but I'm going to break it into these clear steps. First, you want to get a clear understanding of what are the pipelines you want to create. I know it seems like a whole nother step back, but first, do this before you start just creating a pipeline that you then realize is actually 3 pipelines. Common different pipelines is customers, so people that are actually going to be paying customers of your business. Another one, referral partners, people that could send those people to you. They're not going to be customers, but they're going to send customers to you. Investors, people that are going to have a stake in your business, maybe give you money, maybe just play a role. Maybe they're just the kind of people that if you send them an email saying, hey, do you mind leaving me a review on this platform because you had this amazing experience with us and we don't have your review on there yet, they would be willing to do that. So those 3 categories are good ones to start out with if you're trying to come up with them. Next, focus on one pipeline at a time and answer these questions. What are the stages that somebody goes through? Try to keep it as simple, but also as distinct as you possibly can. I just mentioned 3 key categories. These don't have to be the same for you, but let's just use them as an example. Lead, somebody that the conversation has not yet really happened yet. It hasn't started. It's just somebody that you're either interested in or they're interested in you. Next, prospect. Prospect is somebody that you're really having conversations with and you're looking to set up the conversation that helps them make the decision whether to become a customer or not. And then the 3rd stage is really just customer. So next, and this is the key thing, you want to figure out who's in these stages. Is it something where you have your customers here and then you work backwards? Who are the people that may be customers? And then who are the people that you're interested in that could become potential customers? So flood the pipeline. That's the next step. Fill it up with the people that you're already aware of, and then start thinking of ways that you can add people to the front of that pipeline. Try not to skip steps because this is the last part. You want to get really clear on what are the transitions from one stage to another. By the paradigm that I just explained, you have a lead that becomes a prospect, prospect becomes a customer. Lead becomes a prospect by you having that conversation that connects with them, just making sure that, hey, this is who I am, this is what we're doing, is that something you might be interested in? Then they become a prospect when it's essentially, yeah, like I'm interested in that. Okay, then you move towards a conversation, maybe a complimentary session, maybe something that qualifies them and helps them make a decision of whether or not they're going to work with you. That conversation transitions them to customer. So, just to review those steps. 1, make sure you have an idea of which pipelines you're looking to set up. 2, make sure you have an idea of what are the stages within those pipelines. Start with one at a time. And then 3, once you have the stages of those pipelines, define what are the explicit steps that move somebody from one stage to another. I'm going to share some things with you in other videos and other programs you'll see based on this, but I'll just give you a teaser right here and now. By knowing who's in different stages and also the aggregate of how many people are in each stage, you're going to start to figure out where the bottlenecks in your process are. If you have a ton of leads and they're just not moving from lead to prospect, if we're using that system I just shared with you, it's probably because you're just not reaching out to enough people to turn them into prospects. And boom, you know what to do. You know what to improve, or you know what to train that salesperson so they do a better job of. Other things, if you notice that people are really, you have a lot of prospects, but they're just not turning into customers, they all are saying no, then you know where to focus. It's not on just getting more people into the process, unless you've really refined it and it's as good as it's going to get, which it hardly ever is. You know that you want to focus on having that sales process be better and have a higher closing rate. So the teaser here, just to summarize it, is by following this process, having a pipeline with explicit stages and the steps that get them between one stage to another one, you also know where to focus, where to improve, and where to make that pipeline better. So I hope these steps have been useful. If you want more resources, check the description. I got a whole step-by-step process that'll walk you through this. If you need help, don't hesitate to reach out and apply for a complimentary session. I'm here to help, and I'm glad you're here.